The hashtags RIPFortnite and ThankYouEpicGames were both trending on Twitter recently, but what exactly is going to happen with the future of the game? Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today I want to talk about the two big hashtags that were trending on Twitter recently, hashtag RIPFortnite and hashtag ThankYouEpicGames, as well as a video coming out from CypherPk titled We Need to Talk About Fortnite and what I think will happen next with the game. Also, Mark Ryan, vice president and co-founder of Epic Games, finally tweets something. We'll take a look at that later in the video, so definitely stay tuned. So let's jump into it. Hashtag RIPFortnite started trending a couple nights ago, and I gotta say it's a pretty powerful message to see so many players on Twitter just getting behind this hashtag and sharing their thoughts and feelings on the current state of Fortnite. Now, I do want to say that it's important to understand that the Twitter community does not and cannot speak for the entirety of the Fortnite player base, but the fact that the hashtag was trending paints the picture that a lot of players are unhappy with the game currently. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I've made about 3 or so videos on how to say Fortnite, in quotes. And looking back, a lot of my ideas are still pretty solid and have yet to see the light of day. There are so many things I wish were different about Fortnite, and sadly, I'll admit that currently, I don't play the game at all, and I haven't been playing for about a few weeks now. It's not that I don't want to, but the thought of playing Fortnite just doesn't sound fun to me at all. I've explained my position in the past, but it just feels like there's no home for me in the game. I'm not really a competitive player, but I'd kill to play a real ranked mode to grind up the leaderboards. I'm not really a casual player, but I'd love to just play some public matches and goof off without the fear of skill-based matchmaking forcing me to try hard just to have a little bit of fun. We all have our issues with Fortnite, but ironically, hashtag ThankYouEpicGames started trending the other night as well. A whole host of players, streamers, content creators came out of the woodworks just to thank Epic Games for all that they've created and given to them with Fortnite. NickA30 tweeted this: "As a morning streamer, I've always wanted Fortnite tournaments early in the day. Before daily duo cups, they usually always started so late. Hashtag ThankYouEpicGames for appealing to so much of your community. Competitive, daily tourneys, casual, creative updates, and new items in pubs." Aiden also adding to the hashtag saying this: "Thank you Epic Games for giving me the opportunity to grow and make content. I wanted to be in the gaming scene my whole life, and I got to a point where it was time to grow up and move on. I've been given more than imaginable, and I can't thank you enough. Hashtag ThankYouEpicGames." While I didn't personally jump in on this hashtag, I definitely understand why so many would want to show their gratitude to Epic for all the amazing time we've been given over the last couple of years. That said, I'd like to do the same. I don't know if anybody from Epic watches my videos, but I actually struggle to put into words the amount of joy that some of the older days of Fortnite brought to me. From just wanting to learn and master the game to competing at 2 major LAN events for the summer and fall skirmish and the Fortnite World Cup, nothing will ever compare to how amazing it was to sit in a Discord call with friends and watch such an amazingly hype and phenomenal event. Fortnite is a gem, a truly unique battle royale that can't be replaced, and for that, I do thank you, Epic Games. Crazily enough, Mark Ryan, the vice president and co-founder of Epic Games, tweeted this: "We appreciate the support. We have lots of amazing things in the works. Please stay safe, everyone. Hashtag ThankYouEpicGames." And to me, this tweet just affirms my belief that Epic Games does pay attention to social media and what the community is saying, even if they don't always communicate. Now let me get ahead of something here. I know this was tweeted using Tweetbot for iOS, and I just want to kind of explain my position on this. A community member by the name of Bronos tweeted this: "No wonder Epic never fixes anything. They literally don't see criticism because they use an app that filters what they see on their timeline. I guarantee they didn't even see RIPFortnite trending and only saw ThankYouEpicGames." Basically, Bronos is explaining that Mark Ryan and Epic Games use this tweetbot to filter out anything they might not want to see, such as hashtag RIPFortnite. To this claim, I say, of course they do. Again, please remember that developers are humans with their own thoughts and feelings, and I can only imagine how hard it must be to be an Epic employee being tagged and barraged and spammed with negativity all day long, on top of seeing hashtag RIPFortnite trending on Twitter. So to reiterate, I'm certain that Epic sees everything, but they just don't want to be barraged by it. So of course they're going to filter some of the negativity out. But let's go ahead and move on. Mark Ryan saying that they have a lot of amazing things in the works really gets me excited. We obviously have to take that with a grain of salt, and I can't quite excuse Epic for the lack of communication, but the fact that we finally have something, even just this one tweet to let us know that they're still working, puts my mind at ease. But what is next for Fortnite? Of course, anything I can say is just speculation, but let's explore that a little bit. I really have no clue what is on the way, but I have to imagine that Epic Games has been watching and waiting to produce some form of a response for their lack of communication and inactivity. The way I see it, one of two things will happen. 1. Epic is going to drop a nuclear bomb on us, possibly explaining what they have been working on or the challenges they face during the current pandemic. But in this scenario, I kind of expect big updates, news for competitive, changes to the game, maybe a shift in their philosophy, etc. Or 2. Epic will announce their inevitable departure from competitive, either explaining that they're just not currently interested in pursuing Fortnite esports, or like they only want to put on cash cups or something like that, or it could be possible that they might outsource all competitive Fortnite events to a third-party company like MLG or how ESL works. In my opinion, I feel like the first scenario is much more likely. The hard part about that scenario is what the hell are they going to say in regards to their lack of communication? For me, regardless of the state of the game, the issues, the bugs, the lag, the servers, everything, all of that wouldn't be nearly as detrimental if there was just some level of communication from Epic on the challenges they face and their plans to tackle them. If they were to come out with a blog post or even just a few tweets saying, hey look, we know we've let you down, we're really working on it, it's really hard, yada yada yada, I would definitely understand. I would at least feel at ease knowing that they're just doing something. All in all, Fortnite is definitely in the worst place it has ever been, and I know I've said that so many times, but we've seen what Epic can do. And as a true die-hard fan of Fortnite, I'm praying we see a new and improved version of Epic Games on the horizon. No game can compare to Fortnite when the game is in form, and a passionate Epic Games is sure to develop the hell out of some fun and unique content while producing one of the most mesmerizing and entertaining esports events and broadcasts of all time. I will truly never forget the Fortnite World Cup, and I believe in my heart that we can see some of those glory days again. At least I hope that we can. Now, lastly for today, I briefly want to cover CypherPk's video discussing how he feels about the current state of Fortnite. He released a video titled, "We Need to Talk About Fortnite," where he really opens his soul about his thoughts and feelings on the game. It's an amazing watch, so definitely check out the whole video, but I want to highlight a couple of clips here on the channel. Let's go ahead and roll that.
I used to remember that the servers were laggy towards endgame when there was it's a very stacked lobby. Like if you've got over 40 people in moving circles, you would get lag and frame drops, and that's kind of what you expected going into a stacked endgame. But I don't remember the servers being so laggy in the beginning of a match. Just excruciatingly laggy, delayed, just things aren't inputting properly in the beginning of a match. When there's like 80 players, some of these FNCS lobbies were starting with 80 players, and right off the rip in the pregame lobby, you're just kind of like hitching, and the builds are coming out slow, and so like the server performance is really bad compared to before. And then you know, you're seeing this situation where they're like, okay guys, we're not going to put helicopters in arena or competitive because we're trying to make competitive. But no, you're not. Like, you can't just halfway do it. Like, if you're not going to put crash pads and proximity mines and helicopters in competitive, like, you've got to keep the mythic items out, the NPCs, the miniguns, the heavy snipers that are abundant. There's never been more heavy snipers and miniguns in the game ever at any point, at any time. So like everyone, like we know heavy snipers are inconvenient and not very competitive. Getting hit for 150 in the body or in the feet is a frustrating experience. Getting double heavy sniped is frustrating. Getting minigun spammed when the server is laggy and the bullets are going through your wall, your turbo builds, every other bullet is hitting you in the face, is frustrating and not competitive. Yet those things are in the game and they're abundant and they're easy to find. But God forbid, you know, the helicopters that would not be a problem to be in competitive are not for some reason.
So Cypher giving us his perspective on the current state of Fortnite really hits home for me and so many others. We all love Fortnite and we just want the game to be the best that it can be. So for now, we wait. We wait for Epic Games to make a move. The hashtags were trending, the community has spoken, and I'm 100% certain that Epic has heard and seen what we had to say. The ball is in their court. As always, I want to pass it to you with the question of the day. Simple. What's next for Fortnite? Do you think Epic is about to return to the developers we used to know and love, or is the game just truly doomed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. My last couple of videos really blew up, so I can't thank you all enough. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Definitely say hello in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, again, I did start a Valorant focused channel, so check out the link in the description below if that's something that you might be interested in. And I know I say this all the time, but guys, this is my dream. I love making videos. I love sharing my thoughts and feelings with you all, so thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video.
Do you feel your bones start to shake?